Well, good morning and welcome. Thanks for coming to our briefing this morning. My name is Don Kearney, Director of Parks and Recreation, and today we have an exciting announcement about the future of Frank Olson Recreation Center. With that, I would like to invite Jennifer Kirby to the podium to talk about that exciting announcement. Jennifer?
All right, thank you, Don. Joe and I are very excited to announce that we'll be giving a $1 million gift to the city of Sioux Falls for the Kirby Pool at the Frank Olson Indoor Recreation Center. And we're super excited about this because a recreation center, specifically aquatics, helps improve quality of life for all residents. It helps with physical health as well as mental health. And I'm an avid swimmer myself, and so every day I'm pretty much at Midco, and I talk to people who the only way they can exercise is in water. And they're had surgery, they're going to have surgery, they have injuries, and kids inherently know water is fun. And adults kind of sometimes come back to water when their body starts not liking being on land so much. And so it's a wonderful physical outlet for people. It's also a mental health enhancer. And it's impossible to leave the swimming pool in a bad mood. It's just, I don't know if there's been a scientific study, but it's impossible. It's just a calming experience. It resets your nervous system. There are no screens involved. And I was talking to somebody in the locker room once about how important aquatics, whether you're walking, doing an exercise class, swimming laps, any of it, how important that is and how it's such a reset to the day. And she looked right at me. She said, "It's better than antidepressants." And I thought, wow, this isn't just a nice to have thing. This is an important thing. If we can have an activity replacing medication. And it made me realize this is serious. It's serious business. It can feel like an icing on the cake, but really if we're helping people physically and mentally, that's about the best thing the city can do for its residents. And so our park system is awesome. It's one of the reasons I love living in Sioux Falls. It's one reason why a lot of people move here and stay here. I think the addition of the Frank Olson Recreation Center is going to be a welcome asset to the east side, which is underserved at this time. So this is going to address that. So with that, I'll hand it over to Brett Collars.
Thanks, Jennifer. What fun. Good morning, Brett Collars. I'm Assistant Director with Parks and Recreation. Thank you again, Joe and Jennifer, for this tremendous gift. Kirby's are the gold standard for community giving here in Sioux Falls. Their generosity, leadership, advocacy for public-private partnerships, it's improved the quality of life for countless individuals in our community. Projects across our system, from helping bring Levitt here to the Falls, Kirby Dog Park at Fort Sod, renovation and expansion of locker rooms at Midco Aquatic Center, and today with Frank Olson Recreation Center. Less visible is their work behind the scenes. Jennifer helped us establish the Sioux Falls Parks Foundation in 2021, currently serves as a chair for said park foundation. Sioux Falls Parks and Recreation, we were reaccredited this year. We received a perfect score, puts us among the best in the nation, and there's no way we do that without the philanthropic gifts provided to us. So thank you to all who've helped our park system. Recently, the National Community Survey showed our residents too value and enjoy our Parks and Recreation system, with 9 out of 10 residents sharing excellent or good reviews. However, we know we've got room to grow. We've got room to grow in providing indoor recreation year-round. In part, we're addressing that need through the Frank Olson Recreation Center, which will feature a gym, obviously a pool, Kirby Pool, at the Recreation Center, walking track, large indoor play area, fitness area, sledding hill, opportunities for public art. The project is estimated at $47 million, be roughly 75,000 square feet. We'll finish design on the facility this year, and we're expected to, you can anticipate construction beginning in early 2027 with a completion date in 2029. You can find more information about the project at siouxfalls.gov/Frank Olson Project. Lastly, thank you again. It's hard to put into words what you've provided to our park and recreation system. Thank you. With that, I'll turn it back to Don to close.
Thank you, Brett. Appreciate those comments. I too would just like to thank Joe and Jennifer Kirby for their contribution. There's so much behind the scenes that they do to really help connect donors through her work on the Park Foundation with projects that we've identified as priorities. They certainly are champions of public-private partnerships, and as you've seen over the last several years, that really has allowed us to do a lot more than we could on our own. I would also like to thank the Sioux Falls Area Community Foundation, Mary Colesruth, Andy Patterson. This gift will flow through the Sioux Falls Area Community Foundation. They're great partners that we work on agreements together to put these things together. They have a lot of contacts throughout the community for donors, and it's like this triangle of the city, the Park Foundation, the Community Foundation, all working together to try to advance initiatives in our park system. The other reason that I would mention that this is important is that our Parks and Recreation system is becoming more year-round and more complex as a result of it. Jennifer had mentioned the Midco Aquatic Center. That was a game changer for indoor swimming, and that's something that we had heard over and over again in our community surveys. We're now hearing the need for indoor wellness and exercise and year-round activities. And so these facilities are not inexpensive to build or operate. And so bringing on these public-private partnerships and helping us to advance both construction and operation of these facilities, much like the Midco investment we announced recently. And then just finally, giving begets giving. I think we see that when a donation is announced, other people step forward and say, hey, I'd like to do something like that. And so we're hoping that more individuals and corporations will also continue to step forward, identify projects that they may align with, and really looking forward to seeing more and more of the private investment happening. We've got Frank Olson with multiple opportunities. We've got the Westside Rec Center with multiple opportunities, and then the Keene Park Outdoor Aquatic Center that will start construction this spring. And so if there are donors or corporations out there that would like to work with us on sponsorships or donations or naming rights, by all means, feel free to reach out to the foundation or Parks and Rec or Mayor's office to learn more about how you might be able to partner with the city. So with that, we'll be glad to take any questions. Yes.
What specifically is this $1 million going to go to in this project?
Yeah, so this contribution will be used for construction of the facility, and that is what we worked out with Joe and Jennifer and on how those dollars would be used. It's a one-time upfront gift, and so we will put that towards offsetting costs for the city to be able to operate that, or excuse me, construct that facility, and/or potentially using it for some other enhancement that we may identify down the road.
So does that mean the city doesn't have to take out as much bonding, $1 million, or you still take out the full amount of the, $48 million in bonds for that? Or?
Yeah, I don't think that the dollar amount will change as far as the bonding amount, but it certainly does allow us to potentially put that towards the construction costs and/or enhancements to the facility.
I have a question for Mrs. Kirby. Do you have a personal connection to Frank Olson Park?
That's a great question. I grew up on swim team. Every morning we swam at Frank Olson Pool. So I know that pool really well. I was usually pretty tired at the time. But I mean, I remember going to driver's ed at 7 a.m. and then going to Frank Olson Pool for swim practice. So that's how I became acquainted with the pool, and it has a soft spot in my heart right now.
How many years would you say you've been going there?
Well, I would say a good, probably 6 years as a kid and teenager. And then we'd go to the old Drake Springs at night. I mean, that was old. So kind of where the Sears building is now, and that was the other option for us. So things have changed a lot in Sioux Falls for aquatics.
Other questions? All All right, well, thank you for being here. Joe and Jennifer, thank you again for your great contributions. Appreciate you attending today. Thank you.